as we get ready to head into this pistol round. It's the semi-final. It's FURIA. Woo! It's CG. It's the ESL Pro League.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Off to the races on Vertigo. First map of the series, Inferno after, and then a little bit of nuke on the card should we need to decide it there in a third and final map. Welcome to the ESL Pro League Season 11. This is a North American semi-final that you've tuned in for. I want to thank you so much for joining us all over the world. So many of you have tuned in all season long, and we have been very honored and a little bit humbled to bring you this action, to bring you this coverage. So safe tidings to you and yours, wherever you may be finding yourself watching this match. So without any further ado, let's get it on!
Counter-Strike never sleeps, and neither do FURIA on this CT side. An early ramp presence here for the side of Henny and Yuri, both of which get dinked. Yuri gets finished, and Henny has to fall back to the site. EG, slow crawl towards the ramp room, but they've taken significant control. Art's pushed up aggressively as well, not being the man dinked, but the man behind him is, and he's going to get finished off by Tarek. Double kill entry into the site. EG are all over this one.
Yeah, for Serato and Vinny, what can they even hope to do? With two of these players tagged down low, there's a chance they can get this back into a 2-on-3, but you don't imagine EG are going to have Stan and Tarek leading the charge in this one, right? They just both fall off, and they play down here towards the ramp, so very, very difficult targets for FURIA to try and deal with. Cirque does get isolated, but he still gets away with a kill, and now just Serato in a 1v4 has to ace it if FURIA want to get this round in the bag. And with how this setup is looking from EG, with the tides stacked against Serato, this is not a round that should ever happen, and it's not going to. EG chase him down, they get the pistol on the board, and they go 1-0 up.
I like that from EG. So often, if you're going for A, you want to get that early control as a T. You want to take the spawn fights. You want to push up early. But EG actually stall their early ramp peak. They don't go for any contact. FURIA get these aggressive angles, and they settle into this ramp information hold. They get comfortable, and EG just peek out, surprise them, and get those two immediate dinks. That really helps in converting the round on the site. Stan setting up flashbangs towards B. It's going over the skylights. Does actually catch players in middle as well if they're looking to the right, but right now FURIA are not. They're pushed up on the ramp with 4 USPs.
So far, so good on this T-sided start for EG. They got plenty of weapons now. They should have no problem eliminating that of FURIA across the map. However, look at this interesting boost right here, sort of stack. Look at this, 3-man. We'd call it the Holy Trinity. Vinny, Yuri, and Serato. And then they moved, of course.
It's a bit of a goblin tier setup from FURIA.
Everything a little bit goblin-y these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, 4 players deep over here towards this A side.
I mean, do you guys remember when there used to be the red netting over those...
Yes.
Yeah, now that was horrible. There was some real goblin potential, because if you hid behind them,
you can still do it.
No
in
one
this
saw
map.
you. Yeah, but it's only in CT spawn.
It's in lower B as well, I'm pretty sure.
You guys remember when...
Yeah, no, that's...
Yeah, you can hide behind that. It's a bit annoying.
You guys remember when the Krieg was like a big time problem?
Krieg, lol.
Wait,
I've never heard of it. What are you talking about? I would like to as well clarify for those sitting at home, we are playing this update on the old patch. We are not using the new weapon buffs / nerfs. The Deagle, you're not going to be seeing those jump shots. You are going to be seeing Kriegs in this series. And it makes sense, right? Of course, the patch is great. No one's arguing against the Krieg nerf, but considering we have a BO3 and a BO5 left in this tournament, it makes sense to keep on keeping on with the same format until it's done.
It's interesting you say that, Hugh, because there was a tweet by Harry Russell last night about the Krieg. Do you, oh, we actually have Harry on the line. Harry, what did you think about this Krieg update and this Krieg change? What was that tweet all about?
Yeah, first time caller here, and well, I'm very nervous right now, but I can read the tweet for you. I did say, I can't believe they nerfed the Krieg. It's such an unnecessary and pointless move. Wow. I can't think of one player, pro or casual, that requested this change.
My favorite part of the people who replied to that thinking you were being serious.
Yeah.
Special shout out to those human beings.
Well, let's see. EG in this round, they've fallen a man down. They tried to pressure this ramp area, and Art with his AUG has been able to lay down the damage and take a man advantage here for FURIA. This is going to be the Krieg meta going out with a bang here on the ESL Pro League, and I kind of love it.
Yeah, none in play right now. EG brought up these AKs and Galils in the second round, and they took it cleanly as well versus USPs, not wanting to mess around with SMGs, but the messing has come from R. He's going to push up on the top, dropping 2 in the bomb. The mid flank is there, but is it going to be long enough? EG are being forced to fight against Henny, who's getting aggressive towards the elevator. He tries to retreat and still will get that kill. Tarek getting caught out. Cirque now alone. 1-on-4, no AWP either. But what can he do? He's got a bit of time to play with.
Now, there is a shot in this round. He takes his first couple. They're going to land onto Art. Takes a couple more. Finds Henny and Yuri. And now, even though this bomb is not in his control, this is still very doable. He finds himself low, pitted against K Serrato, who has an M4 there hiding out in the bottom of the ramp. Cirque is going to go for it. 20 seconds left on the clock, and, well, there just wasn't enough seconds left in his life to find that round. So we see FURIA pick up their first here on Vertigo.
Yeah, make sure you keep your eye on these plays from Art, right? You're going to be seeing a lot of this in the CT side for FURIA. Art and Yuri love pushing the top, loves fighting short and getting down the bottom of the ramp. So the fact that EG are running these slow ramp control rounds and coming into forklift room late means that FURIA are going to try and take that control away. It works out somewhat in that round. They do eventually close it, although it gets a bit dicey near the end. And creeping, crawling towards the A site, REG once again with the Krieg posted for this early ramp angle. No one's going to be peeking. And Art, again, is in a very annoying position. Henny baiting them in. Will they expect Art in such a close corner? He's shot. He's already fired. He's going to jump, and they'll take him down. Yuri actually helping EG out with a team kill. We'll follow up before the trade is in. And Henny, that's massive. He has to fall back now as he's made it a 3-on-3.
Yeah, this is a good call from FURIA, right? You sometimes see teams kind of overdo this ramp fight, it feels like. And this is like the perfect time to go backing up, right? You know you've slowed EG down, given some time for the rotations to come in, and Henny has kept EG guessing. Now he does even more than keep them guessing. He actually locks them out of the round. Tarek is now all alone in this 1v3. He'll get mopped up by K Serrato. So FURIA, the moment these rifles have come out, they chain 2 together and they break the money of EG on the back of it.
Yeah, and Henny continues to be a driving force for this FURIA lineup. We see him time and time again having big impact, whether it be with an AWP. In this round, we see him with an M4. He is a sharpshooter. He can be there. He can make it a menacing experience. It was Evil Geniuses that felt it that time. So we're going to see them without some rifles in this round. One smoke on Ethan. Curious to see what the plan is there with that.
Oh, EG. They're just waiting. They want this to happen. They want FURIA to push, but with this setup, there's no reason to move. 2 men on the ramp on this stairwell holding. There's a contact, and Armorless Pistols will get made quick work on K Serrato with Galil. Not the best weapon, but he's going to get it done with 2. Finally thrown off the building by Breezy, who will maybe have a weapon to retrieve. There's the M4 from his teammate's body. Vinny does leave that in the hands of Breezy, and a chance to at least make this one costly for FURIA. One more kill would do exactly that.
Yeah. Breeze now, on the other hand, with Evil Geniuses. He is known to figure out these problems. He's known to beat these opponents. Now he's going to look towards this middle area with his M4. He's going to walk in slowly, patiently, bomb in hand. Half health, no armor. First conflict's going to be here against Yuri. He's going to jiggle out towards the sandbags and not expect Yuri there posted over the Krieg. So FURIA go up 3-2. Off to a decent start here on Vertigo Megalol.
We've seen this map far more in the NA side of things than the EU side of things. I think there was a stat that David put up the other day. I don't remember the numbers, but it hadn't been picked in EU in the second stage, and in the NA one, it'd been picked like 6 times. So actually, I think those are the numbers. So very popular map over here in North America.
You know what they say about stats?
What do they say about stats, Trace?
Something about 90% of all stats
are made up.
But anyway,
I have to fact check that one.
Yeah, 90% loosely.
I have heard that that's true about 50% of the time as well. So,
big grenades there.
Oh, it gets worse. The nades rain in, and then so do the bullets. They kind of go hand in hand. Breezy dealt with by Vinny, who was playing up on top of the sight box that catches him. Trying to get up through the ramp, and now this leaves Cirque and Tarek all alone, and they just look to get dealt with one by one. FURIA looking real good since these rifles have come out here. and showing absolutely no signs of slowing down. Tarek, all alone, far from that bomb, and fed to the wolves. It's Furia, 4-2. Once again, no money for EG, so this lead should be about to get even stronger.
Yeah, I think they're lions or something. Maybe it's a puma. I don't know. I can't tell.
We'll get our animal man on the.
All I know
job.
is they're worth bear dollars on the Steam marketplace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, got a couple of these Furia stickers floating around. I don't want to brag, but
Wise investments.
Yep. I mean, can you blame him? It is a pretty sick logo. I think you got to give Furia that at the very least.
Let's see if they can do a little bit more than look good in this round. It is, of course, an anti-eco with a boost up inside of B. Oh, he saw him. He definitely saw him, but he get a chance. Yes, they try and back off, and Vinny takes him off the top. Could have potentially got multiple kills there, but quite the off angle. EG are going to look for it, but they know he's already darted right back with the man advantage, and EG are just going to walk into B. It's all they can really do in this round. Pistols, some armor on Ethan, no utility. Contact play, and you know how easy this site can be to hold when there's no flashbangs or smokes in your face to allow those T's to get close. Look at the scopes from Furia, just poised and ready. Oh. Goodbye.
Yeah, simple as that. Good look here from K Serrata with that M4.
Damn.
Mouth full of food.
Taking a real bite out of EG in this one. Only an eco, of course, so to be expected. But what a spray down, considering Cirque lands that nutty 1D shot onto the scope player. Quite the follow-up, quite the saving grace as it denies a bomb plant for EG. They can still buy up regardless, though. Cirque's on the AWP, most importantly. He's going to be taking on Henny in this map and matchup. Of course, no, these are two teams where you're going to see AWPing really move around. You know, there's a few players on Furia who can don that weapon. Certainly the case for EG as well. Even more so, I'd say, for these guys. But take a look at K Serrata and Art, and I'm sure they'll be pulling out the double AWP maybe later on. Maybe not on Vertigo, not the most common map to see it on. I mean, none of the maps really are for this series. Inferno, maybe, but you don't really need it. Nuke, definitely not.
I'm a big fan of the double op T-side Inferno. It seems like the most viable way to use the weapon.
The Chadley special, he's a big fan.
Really just get in there.
Now, I do want to clarify that that's a little jokeroo there, you know. Double op's not actually great on Inferno. Well, you know, I do think, you know, there's probably some people watching it maybe don't know that that's a joke.
Yeah, sure.
And if I start seeing more double AWPs in my Inferno games, I will cry. Henny, over here towards ramp. Ooh, looking to lay down the pain, but they're already close and a little too close to Henny. Ethan finding the opener. Into Art they go. Tarek finds another. Yuri trying to hold the cross and try. My. Here's a word that doesn't quite do it justice.
Someone
he gets two. K Serrata, last man standing in this 1-on-3.
The time has dwindled down. Stanislav found his way around the back lines. We put one up on the board for EG, 5-3. But still plenty of money for Furia. They could go on a shopping spree almost over here. They're going to be calling a tactical timeout instead. Perhaps go over some of the fashions and styles and what they want to buy at the mall, rather.
I'd recommend some online shopping right now rather than going to the mall. But, you know, you still got the monies in your account, and that's what matters.
Let's be real. Who wasn't already shopping online only in
now
2020?
I can justify it, Harry.
Well, let's see. Furia, they are shopping and they're online and they're 5-3 up. These are three things, and that's also the amount of rounds that EG have over on the T side. So is there a connection there? Probably not. Henny does have the AWP over on the Furia side. Cirque still donning his for EG. And I've been describing Cirque as the wild card. You know, I think he's the guy who can carry this EG squad to another level in these matchups.
Okay, Harry, so Cirque's a wild card. On EG, who's a brains?
Stan.
Who's a brawn?
Tarek.
Tarek? Who's the... What else is there?
That's it, isn't it? Wild card, brains,
brawn, wild
There's the
card.
looks.
Who's the looks then?
I'm going to go with Cirque.
He can't be the wild card and the looks. That's not fair on everyone else.
That's the wrong way round. But,
Okay.
oh, look, man, Cirque is a man of many talents. And he's going to creep out into middle, try and show some of them off here and now.
He's going to give a bit of a look himself. But already an advantage for EG. No rush here for this T side to make a move. Pressure's on Furia. As long as you're covering all the flanks, all the potential pushes that Furia could go for, then you don't really need to worry about running the gauntlet. EG going to be splitting this B bomb site through the window. Okay, Serato just catching on at the right time but not getting the shot. Ethan's going to find him quickly, and that's a B site gone. It might just be the save for Furia. Look at Vinny already falling out. Might want to reconsider, like, you know, there's a chance for Furia, but they have no interest at all. And the money, of course, is the main reason for that. They want to buy up moving forward, and losing even a single gun here would impede that position. So Furia with a triple save. I wonder where Stan is right now. Those maps are so hard to look at. Yeah, there he is. So he could be a bit of a problem here on the back line of Furia if he wants to hunt. But at the same time, him hunting alone could give a Krieg away. And this is pre-nerf Krieg.
Actually, I've just noticed something with the mini-maps. And if this has always been there...
Okay.
Because I swear it wasn't. So you see they've added these little yellow arrows and the blue arrows to show where the different ramp like connections are, if that makes sense. Can you see him, Hugo?
Yes.
I'm pointing right at him
I
here.
see him.
I
never
right
made
at
note
them
of
here.
it, but also I look at a monitor about 10 meters away, so I can't see them on that monitor anyway.
I mean, you could look at the monitor that's right in front
No,
of
because
you.
that's one near you,
Kind
and
of
I like
feel
to
like
keep my
that's on
distance,
you.
Harry. I want to keep my distance.
But still, shout out to ESL. You know, this little map's had some nice improvements. I think
Sure.
the arrows are great. They actually make it a lot easier to tell who's where now. And I also love this impact player like addition. That
All right, is there anything you
brought in.
don't like, Harry? Because you're all full of compliments, but maybe too many compliments. Bring us
Let's hear it,
some grit. Bring us some raw hate.
I'm not a very hateful guy, you know. No, I'm just kidding. I absolutely hate the Krieg nerf. So Breezy and Ethan.
Is this not live? I have a
it's not
feeling.
live. I saw someone crash at the oh, maybe it is back. I don't. I saw someone like lag out at the start of the round, and I hear a lot of typing. But let's just assume it is live, and we can go back to it if it's not. Right now, Breezy's getting flashed into B. I feel like someone crashed temporarily for EG. They called not live, and then went, nah, it's all good. Okay, Serato spotting B. He has taken the hit in this round on SMG, of course. Guns was saved by Furia, and to great avail, it's enabled this buy-in. It's enabled R to get in fantastic positioning. Of course, they're going to molly this spot. Oh, actually, it falls a little short, so he's going to stay safe in this position.
Yeah, I think they were just burning themselves there, so that was a blunder.
That means his position's even better, because they're not going to expect it. Oh, dear. 40 seconds. R could lay this round to rest right here, right now.
Stan, he checked it, but he did the iconic, you know, you check it and you've already decided it's not clear before you actually look. And Tarek tries to save the round. He's got Cirque with him, and that's the B-bomb site secured. The bomb plant can now come through, and EG, they're going to try and make something of this 2-on-3.
Eyes are set towards this mid area, the window, and so far no one's even going CT spawn for Furia. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a interaction here, but the setup from EG is interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I want to talk about it a little more after this round, but right now, Furia have boosted up silently to go for this retake in the drop. Making noise now. Got to move, got to speed up, pick up the pace. Cirque's killed a man from the back lines, and now he's covered by CT spawn. Henny waiting. Cirque peeks into a Breeze. He has to double spray, and he can only get one. The defuse is in. There's just enough time, and Furia go up to 6. I want to talk about how EG, we've seen them when they go for these A plays. They've been very slow at taking this forklift control and hanging off on committing. And what that does there is that actually works in their favor in this round. Despite there being 35 seconds, Furia, they are fully convinced it's an A play as EG slowly move up ramp room. And that's because how it's been, you know, been going all game long for EG. And the fact of the matter is there's only 2 players there. They were setting up for the B split. They quickly hit the site, and there are 3 players on the wrong side of the map. As long as EG find those B entries, they get a bomb plant. And that they do, making it a reality. You know, it's going to be a retake regardless. Fury get it done. I want to say if Cirque didn't peak that, it's probably EG's round, but sometimes you're just feeling it as an AWPer, and he was hitting shots in that moment. But just that peak, just maybe a couple of seconds too early, is giving FURIA a way back in. The money is still fine. The AWP is still available. But that's the same story for EG.
Yeah, so once again, you know, it's just back to this ramp control for EG, but you'll note that it's not with the same kind of force as they've left here before. Instead, they're stacking up outside of B right now and trying to grab this mid control. Art takes a peek in from the boost, and Cirque was holding for it. There's a little slither of an angle there you can hold. And it's actually pretty hard for the guy on the boost to spot you, so that's a nice one for you to try at home, courtesy of Cirque. He's just going to keep on holding mid. And now already getting this tag off onto Art has really forced FURIA to take these passive positions in this round. Tarek throwing his utility out into mid, trying to secure a bit of a foothold. Still 2 players for EG here working the A ramp. And you will note that Breezy actually rotating back from B. So this has changed mid-round from what was looking like a B play to a mid to A assault with 3 players coming in through the ramp. They barrel out in through elevator, and Art has dealt with one of these prongs well. Henny still holding the line, does get bested by Breezy, but the bomb dropped in the fire and flames. He's got to wait, does retrieve it, and the bomb plant can now come through. Vinny and Queserato on the other side of this elevator smoke, trying to win out this 2v1. Breezy already on a double. He needs 4, and he's on 3, looking for the last man, and Breezy gets it done. EG, they put their first... Why was I going to say first round on the board? They put their 5th round on the board.
Yeah, that was really nice from Breezy. As he gets the bomb down, well, firstly, great movement to, like, you know, just hop into position. And he gets the bomb down, and as the smoke fades, he goes wide. FURIA still think he's either in the site or gone back to ramp, but they don't consider short because Breezy catches just the perfect timing. And he's able to repeat back in, find both kills, and this is a man that we've been looking for to step up on EG. He has been phenomenal all tournament long. The money is no longer there for FURIA. These saves to enable buys, a one-on-one win, and then finally lose a round where it gets broken, and so is Art in this one. The scout was not prepared for a player to be pushed so close. He was holding deep. Stan had already found the cross. EG 5-on-4, and once again, just hold your position. Make sure mid is covered, make sure no one's taking B control, and then you can just group up and take A, and that seems to be the game plan. Tarek falls out right as FURIA push in, so there is a timing where they can come in on this flank. Will Tarek consider it? He seems to be. He's spotted an arm and a leg. He's going to try and take them out of this round. Good damage done to Vinny, and he will fall out.
Yeah, he's got to be aware. They were pushing mid just after he kind of walked away and decided to go help out his teammates here, so... aware of the fact they could be coming down ladder does prove the life-saving almost. As we look at Evil Genius putting a 6th one on the board. 6-6. Right down the middle.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? I look at this Vertigo map as like a very, very important one for FURIA to pick up, because Inferno, I don't know, man. They felt very, very hit and miss on Inferno as of late, right? Even if you think back to the MIBR matchup that they had. So, you know, obviously, you think back to the last time these guys played over in the initial group stage, and it was the first map of Mirage going FURIA's way that led to that being a close 3-map series. I do find it, you know, I think if EG get this first map, there is a potential for them to 2-0.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's like a scary place to be in for FURIA.
I predicted FURIA off the back of the upset potential, right? How good they've been this tournament, how much they've been improving seemingly game to game, and off the fact that they, you know, take EG to 3 maps with 30-round maps, close series, and I'd like to think they can improve upon it. But of course, we know that EG are undoubtedly the favorites if you want to go for the safe option.
Yeah, but I mean, you really have to look at FURIA and say, hey, this is a team that has the components necessary, you know? And the word that comes to mind is potential.
Yeah.
Something that Evil Geniuses also possess. But we say this time and time again, we sort of go the cliche route of saying, oh, well, what team shows up what day? And the better team shows up that day, no matter what their potential is, so.
Yeah,
What's up now, Swedes?
No, that is a good point, right? Because it's easy to go, oh, yeah, you know, we just weren't feeling it that day. But, you know, well, the best teams in the world, they feel it every day. They feel it more days than they don't. And, you know, you can always put excuses on the line, but results are what matter most. Results speak for themselves. And both these teams are looking to take on Liquid in the grand final. For EG, it would be their 3rd game against Liquid in the Pro League so far this season. Stan's dead, mate. They're going to peek him. Oh, he's ready for the sandbags position. But there's another player here, Stan. Surely not any more than that. If he can sneak back, that'd be great. But double short, sandbag, and ramp, and he gets out alive. That's pretty ridiculous. Good awareness from Stan. But you definitely could have seen FURIA capitalize more on that position. Now they're taking aggressive fights against 2 long-range rifles, and this one ain't going to go as well for them.
Yeah, it's something where Stanislaw had to find himself looking around 360 security ultimately. What ends that is arts from Moss. The trade's there from Ethan. The bomb already ticked away to just past a recoverable point. Should FURIA have even gotten close or considered it. So EG go up 7-6 in the meantime. The hunt for the Eeks continues.
Nothing like a bit of HLTV rating for dinner.
Personally, I'd rather have cup noodles. That's just me.
Well, Trace, you're in luck if you head back to the EPL Mansion.
Now, Harry just picked up some cup noodles himself at the store. Harry, tell us a little bit about some of the noodles that you picked up. How many did you get?
Yeah, well, you know, I was looking to get like 3, you know, Trace just put, I don't know, if I had to guess, I'm going to say like 15, 16 in the, through the...
Not entirely true.
Yeah, but, you know, it's all good. And that's pretty much the story of this game right now. I mean, you know, it's been very, very close thus far. Cirque back in with his AWP. I kind of want to see... because he's over towards his B site in this round. I would love to see him get stuck into the fray. And it's pretty hard for a T side AWP. You know, like ramp is one of the spots that really comes to mind. He's going to try and use it over here towards B. And Queserato lying in wait, jump peek in this angle. There's definitely a chance that he gets caught. He gets the information and now won't be peeking that again because he knows he could go down. He holds this smoke and it's Art and Queserato finding a kill between the 2 of them to leave this in the advantage of FURIA. Rotations coming in towards the B bomb site, and they do deal with Queserato. Vinny's here, Cirque shuts him down. And so we get to see Cirque in this late round look to come into his own with the AWP. Arm trying to deny the bomb one, actually gets shut down on the back of it. So now a 2-on-2. And Breezy still looking for more, still hunting these guys down, hides in this smoke, tries to wrap around. Cirque's got the attention of Henny, but that allows Breezy to shut him down. Yuri doubles up, and FURIA, they just about salvaged that round, considering it was a 4-on-2 with only 1 man surviving in the form of Yuri. FURIA get a little bit sweaty in that one there.
That's the second 4-on-2 retake that FURIA have won in the 1v1 on B. Think about that time where, I can't remember the second player, was circling another guy up on that B bomb site playing for CT Spawn. They had that under control, and it's going to be a last-second defuse for FURIA again. Boy, oh boy, that's a great round from them. It gets dicey. I mean, it's not clean, but at this point, you're happy, right? It's 14 rounds deep. You've got what you need for the last round of the half, and that's where we've reached ourselves right now. EG going back towards A in this one. They've thrown that spawn smoke over towards short. It's going to let them get aggressive without being punished by an aggressive AWP, and Henny is more than that. Ethan pushing up fast. Henny on the sandbags here. And the Molotov will hold Ethan back as he's flashed into it. He can't see a thing. That's a great kill for Stan as well. So giving him some help. And re-smoke from Yuri to try and buy time on this A site. They might be able to buy time, but they can't buy back the life of their AWPer, who was lost early on.
Yeah, with 2 of these players being so low, the utility could be paramount here for FURIA, but that nade didn't really find too much damage, and now they are just down to a smoke and a flash. And so kills have really got to start to go in favor of FURIA, because if this bomb goes down, you're going to be looking at EG as the favorites. They've been able to keep it in this 3-on-3. They've kept it close. Vinny holding the line, continuing to put up numbers. And now just Breezy and Stan remaining. They're on this fast rotate all the way back towards B. Stan's going into the site alone with this bomb. And Breezy's going to try and shut down the mid-rotation by the looks of things. He actually holds for a moment.
What on earth is happening? Hopefully they're setting up Breeze here to get a few frags before they fully commit.
Yeah,
that timer's starting to tick, isn't it?
You think about it, right? Furia, they've gone through this window a lot in these B-site retakes, so Breezy might be able to deliver this kill, and indeed he will. And now for Furia, this is quite nice actually from EG, because they've created this uncertainty. With a kill coming in on mid, you're not sure it's going to be the B play anymore. So in amongst all this, Vinny actually went back to the A site. Luckily enough, K-Serato delivers that kill there, and this leaves Stan all alone. They shut him down. He's at 2 points of health, so it's nice and easy. And Furia, they're going to get 8 on the board before this first half is said and done.
Yes, it is. Done and dusted. Furia up 8-7 of the Evil Geniuses. This semifinal for the North American component of ESL Pro League Season 11 will continue when we come back from this break, everybody, so don't move.
Strobe lights and honey, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, used to want it bad, but I can't taste it, I can't help you now, okay, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, follow me. Got too much up on my plate, now I can't think. I said woke up to get X and now I'm feeling this is it. Want the money, want the rest. I do purse, not no cess. They say Don is why you sad. I said I just need the thing. Red tape, got too close, I hit the city. Black face, show you everything you need to your phone. Can't hit it back. Someone said it's sad. I used to want it bad. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you too many times. Yeah. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you. I know it's in my head. Follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, got too much up on my, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me
Well, this isn't the road to Rio, but damn sure is close. Furia up 8-7 currently on this first map. And, well, we do take a look at this series as a semi-final here, what the North American component brings. Inferno after this, Nuke is a decider between EG and Furia. One of these teams are going to be going on into the grand finals to play Team Liquid tomorrow in a best of 5, where Liquid has a map advantage. And that is what we're looking to determine today. Welcome back to the ESL Pro League Season 11. I'm here with Harry Hugo. We got a special guest coming up after the map. And more importantly, here are your GG.bet odds. You can see right now, Evil Genius is currently a favorite, but not by a landslide. We're going to see if the Furia side can't slide on into this A site.
Yeah, they're not sliding, they're rushing. They're going fast and furious, but the flash is good from Stan, and Ethan does get one and a bunch of damage. Breezy still here hiding on the sandbag. Shh, no one's there. They don't know. The flank's here as well. Tarek, he's going to get a kill from behind, shooting them in the back of the head as FURIA continue to push up short side. Breezy's got the info. He knows they have to all be here, and therefore Stan can peek out with full confidence. 2 kills off the USP. He's looking for a third, and Breezy will take it right away. EG, they find both pistol rounds in this map.
Yeah, they do. And yeah, we have just a little crowd component here. We had to really get them to be quiet in the studio setting. Nonetheless, 8-8. Stanislaw holding the ground over there on the A site. We're going to see if EG can continue to do that. Now, Technina's coming out in full force. But this is the old patch.
Yeah, let's see what the old Tech9 can do in this round. I don't have a lot of faith in it, but I would love to get proved wrong. Oh, well, no. Yeah, I was pretty much right. They all kind of get shut down over in middle. And, you know, not really expecting much out of this round if you're FURIA, but it is a force buy, and they've usually been pretty good in these. They do just get churned up over in middle. A 9th round now on the board for EG as they find that conversion, and this has got to be another eco here for FURIA in this round. Investments coming in on these players that go down on the EG side, so that's one thing to take away from. You know, if you are FURIA, you've at least forced some rebuys here into the 3rd round. I'm kind of sad because Ethan had a Nova.
But he Nova misses.
Yeah, he traded it out for the M4. So, smoke, not smoke, nade, rather, down in mid, and Cirque doubling up. Breezy even getting aggressive down here towards the B ramp and just pushing these extremities. Lots of confidence here on the EG side, knowing they're only up against these pistols. Vinny gets thrown up into the boost. Tarek is looking over and he sees Vinny. He sees him, he deals with him, he deals with them both. And EG find themselves up 10-8. But now this reinvestment coming in for the side of FURIA. Could even have that AWP on Henny with no head armor behind it. And I kind of... yeah, I was a bit curious. Now, this is like the one chance you've got where the Krieg is still stellar. And so he's going to bring the Krieg out in this round with armor behind it. Mate, it could even be better than an AWP on a map like Vertigo, honestly.
It makes more sense,
you
know? Yeah, like
use it while you can.
On this map, it would make more sense. Unless you're, you know, Henny playing over here from the side of sandbags like usual. He does seemingly do a pretty good job with it over there.
Yeah, no. AWP is better than Krieg. Forget it. It's out. Krieg is done. It's 2020. It's nerfed. No one cares anymore.
Time to stop.
Get him out of here. Henny gone down early. He'll be reconsidering that purchase. Of course, money was the main problem, and Cirque is going to continue to be the second main problem here with the 2nd kill on the A site. We'll look to rotate out as Tarek deals with the mid play, but that angle is not as good as it looks. Keserato does find the kill. And FURIA, they got a man inside of B. Vinny doesn't realize, though, that Breezy is right round the corner, and he's going to have to drop on him. Free kill for Breezy as 4-on-2 right now. The bomb getting picked back up. FURIA desperately sneaking to B, but they've got to get past Breezy. Easier said than done. Oh, the timing. Oh, it could get worse for EG. They get lucky in avoiding the top play, but boost up, and the spot is good. Stan drops a bomb. They know the last player should be here as well, so Yuri is in a good angle for a free kill. He does get it, but another man in the window. Good damage. Breezy down low. And Yuri, a chance to plant, maybe, if he gets another frag on the site. But look who's there. It's Cirque.
Ooh, just barely missing his op shot, too. Not really an optimal position here for Yuri. He does have the bomb. 30 seconds left on the clock. Finds himself inside of this site. And a chance to plant. Well, don't even know if that really existed. So EG go up to 11. Well, there you have it. Cirque, your impact player for that round. He gets the opening pick there on the ramp over Henny, confirming our deepest suspicions that the op is better than the Krieg.
Yeah, even old Krieg.
I'm curious if EG we see like a more rampant usage of tactical timeouts now as well. Obviously with Zeus being behind the squad.
Yeah. That's, I really wonder, you know, it's a shame we could only ask him a couple of questions. He had to run, obviously a game to play, some say. But I'd love to know, you know, what on earth can you even do as a coach coming in the day of the semi-finals here of Pro League, right? Obviously you can help in the game and bring your ideas to the table, but you can't bring anything else really in terms of preparation.
Well, I'd be willing to say that they have a pretty introspective look, or at least Wilton does, as to how Furia want to approach the game, perhaps, you know?
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. No, I think if there's any matchup, there's like 2 matchups I think it would have been great to have him on. MIBR being the other one, right, alongside Furia. But even if you look at it, like MIBR played Furia quite a bit, even in like this season of Pro League and in the past. So, you know, then obviously you bring into the fact that they are from the same region. And these teams do often know each other pretty well. So, yeah, I think he's the perfect set of eyes to have. I doubt he's making any, like, groundbreaking calls, but he'll certainly be informing Stan as to the tendencies of this team.
Well, it's working out right now. That's safe to say. And, you know, one thing that Art said in interviews the other day, taking on MIBR, was, you know, even taking on MIBR, like, you know, despite them being from the same country and practicing a lot against each other, he didn't think that MIBR knew what they were going to bring to the table. He thought that they had a lot more to show. And, you know, that will apply here as well. So, Furia, they want to go to those grand finals. But right now, EG are taking away their map pick. Choice of Furia here on Vertigo. EG sitting 12-8 up. Another tactical pause coming through.
So yes, earlier on the EU side of things, we did get a glimpse at Astralis taking on Mousesports. And believe it or not, guys, Astralis loses in a 3rd map after overtime in the 1st. Second map going pretty handily in their way of Inferno, 16-5, and then Nuke coming down to 16-12, showing for Mousesports. Overall, it was the decider match that did put Mouse into the grand finals, and of course, well, guess who's eliminated? Astralis. That's in the EU side of things.
Yeah, a rematch from Udenset last year as well. The last Pro League finals, Season 10, it was Mousesports beating Fnatic in that BO5 final. Well, we're going to get a rematch. It's online, but it's still holding weight here. That'll be in EU tomorrow, and we've, of course, got the NA Grand Final following up. So, let's stay with the semis for here and now. Cirque, he wants to move to the final quicker than you can imagine, as he takes yet another opening kill for EG in this map. He has been so good on this AWP, especially in the second half. 4-on-1 right now in those opening duels. Furia, what is the response?
Oh, they try and push up behind this smoke. Ethan is on the other side, and this is really just going to come down to a game of timing. Ethan, as he jumps up, Yuri goes through that smoke. There's always someone who hits an unfavorable timing in rounds like that. And this time it just so happens to be Ethan. Literally holds that smoke from the moment it goes down, and the moment he backs away and puts himself in a vulnerable spot, they peek it. Now, Stanislaw looking to re-aggress. There's already players up through short. He's got to worry about that, but maybe not. Stan and Cirque rise to the occasion, and this leaves just K-Serato all alone in the 1v3. He makes noise as well. He slips off of the ramp. Now, I don't think anyone would have heard that on the EG side, but there is a man, Tarek, pushed all the way through B and coming in on this wrap round. So EG know that this is the A commitment. They know this is where K-Serato's going to be. And now they've got that confirmation courtesy of Breezy. A 13th round now on the board.
That's one thing that EG have been very good at in this game that Furia didn't necessarily abuse on their CT side. It's been those flanks, right? Those B pushes, players coming down the mid ladder and getting behind. Furia tried it, but they were often shut down because of EG's default. Well, now on the CT side, even since the pistol, we saw like a double ramp flank come through with Tarek being at bottom forklift before Furia were even in the A site. So I love the confidence and I like the aggression from EG. It's putting them on the board.
Yeah, especially when you look at the first half score of 8-7. I mean, Furia really trying to get something going here on the second half. They haven't won a single round yet.
They are having done to them what they did to MIBR, a shutout on the CT side.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be an awkward skirmish. It's going to be somehow Art that gets also killed there.
That's Yuri's second team kill of the game.
Surprise, man. Sometimes you got to give your teammates a love tap like that.
Finish the job.
And for here, it's going to be Stanislaw that needs to answer the call. Drops a smoke towards the scaffold. He's going to walk back away so they don't know it's completely vulnerable. He's not the only one inside of this site either. Just something to consider here if you are Furia about to take it. Cirque has been hot to trot. Now, numbers-wise, if you look at Ethan and Breeze, they've been having a stellar performance this map so far.
I think the fact that Ethan is like showing some kind of land form almost right now is only a good sign as well for EG. Now, this Molotov, Cirque thought that would give him a veil to hide behind, and with that smoke going down, they just spam through and they actually are able to deal with him. It's Henny from ramp to get it, but regardless, This man advantage that they had for a brief moment has been stripped away by Stanislaw, and now we're into even odds, 3-on-3. Tarek continuing with his lurks. We haven't really seen them play into these retakes because usually the other guys have been able to mop it up, but this round Tarek's going to be relied on quite a lot.
What?
And he actually lands that spray. How? I don't know.
God.
Vinny is left in the 1v3. Tarek does get bested this time around, but Breezy gets the trade. Defuse comes in, and it's a 14th round for EG. Tarek, phenomenal spray control over here on the ramp. Look. Think he can't 180 to win the round? Watch this. Tarek gets it done, 14-8, and a tactical timeout brought to you by the US Air Force and also brought to you by FURIA as they call this one in.
When you say landform, I mean, it really does feel that way for EG. These guys have warmed up so well coming into today, and Ethan, who's been, you know, known for his slow starts here in the Pro League, finding, you know, even in best of 3 series that EG win, he'll go like 4 or 5 kills in the first map. He'll recover well, but it sometimes will take that first or second map for him to get into his groove. Right now, he's storming the server alongside Breezy top of the board. So that's great to see. Everyone on EG bringing the heat. 14-8, Furia, their map pick, their surprise, the ace up their sleeve, the dark horse. It's not there. Vertigo's falling apart. This T-side has been lackluster to say the least.
Yeah,
7 in a row.
Just to put some numbers behind this, you were talking a little bit about Furia playing MIBR. Well, yesterday, that Vertigo game was a CT root from the side of Furia. They actually got 11 of the 15 rounds in the first half, which is quite a showing of force. They went on to win 5 and close it out. So MIBR didn't have an answer. Now Furia doesn't have the answer for the Evil Geniuses. Creepy.
Well, no freebies in this one. Got to work to get your reward.
It's wild to think that, you know, this was an 8-7 half and it's just been flawless from EG to get to this point. And I think that's why, you know, it's kind of hard to imagine Furia pulling this one back. It's not even like in these rounds they've had much to go off of that they can look at and say, yeah, this worked. Let's go back to that. Let's try and build around this this little exploit that we've found. You know, they haven't really been able to find any gaps in the defense here versus EG. They've just looked one step ahead this whole CT side half.
Yeah, I can't even think of like a 3-on-3 post plant that Furia have had in this second half. It just doesn't feel like that's happened. They've had one bomb plant all half long.
It would have been that last round. Would have been the 3-on-3 that they had, and it ends, you know, with 2 players surviving for EG. Art opens this round up, so that there is a good start for Art. You can't spell one without the other. Flashbang goes in, and that allows Furia to push on up behind this veil of smoke. Cirque.
Hello.
Waiting with this Molotov, and this is a good way to find damage onto the guy getting that bomb planted. Case Serato is the one in the hot seat. It's a very hot seat as the mollies are flying on in. But a 5-on-2 for Furia. Best spot they've been in.
Yeah, this is theirs for sure. EG definitely wanting to get aggressive, maybe even too much so. Stan hunting down those kills. I like the idea. He almost does catch Case Serato planting, but the cover was good from Vinny, and he will find 2 in this round. Might be more to find, though, for Cirque, as these players have to exit the right side, and he knows it.
How awkward is this?
There's 3 there. He's only going to get 1.
Yeah, he's probably going to get 1, maybe get traded right away. So, well, there you got it. He got the shot off, but there's no chance in Evil Geniuses for this round. Cirque going to back away, save this AWP. Art will be there, though, to actually end that dream.
Ooh. Breezy, grab it. Oh, honestly, not even that bad.
Yeah,
you got the money, the Krieg's better. I mean, not better, but it's good. Old Krieg.
That is what it is.
Yeah.
Old Krieg.
Got a bit of a song there,
There's some sort of anthem for that, or?
We'll look through the notes.
Yeah, tactical timeout called in here for EG. This is where Zeus might look to get his input into the... I mean, I certainly hope this is where he takes his input, right?
Nah, guys, you'll be fine. I'll talk to you at the end of the map.
Zeus just sat there, back in his house, and just, yeah, nah, Stan, you've got this one, man.
He's in Brazil, which is interesting. I thought, you know, when he announced his departure of MIBR, he was saying he was stuck in the US, so nice to see he's had a bit of ability to move. Whether that be for the best or not, we'll have to see.
We're going to find out, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, EG is split up right now. They're not boot camping or anything. You know, these players are separate at home, so may as well be at home if you're Zeus.
Should have just gone, slept at, like, Stan's house or something. You know,
Team building
IG all together,
exercise?
yeah. I mean, that would force you to get along.
All right, Harry, you've lost your mind.
That's just what Harry keeps suggesting to me, but I still won't get along with him. No matter how much he tries.
Wow. Speaking of trying, this is what FURIA are looking to do, right? They're trying to get back into this game. It was a flawless CT half until that last round in round 23 goes the way of FURIA. And now they've got to look to build upon that, because if they don't, this game is likely going to slip away from them. Art holding over here toward the top side of ramp. Spots a smoke come in, and that's going to smoke deep ramp hop. I think at this point, Art is anticipating some aggression from EG. With that deep smoke going in, they might look to retake this top ramp control. And that's not the case. They will just hold back inside of the site. A pretty safe decision from EG. Vinny holding for the B push. And this is an adjustment as well. This is a response to all these flanks that we've been seeing from EG. They now have a man dedicated to keeping an eye on it.
Vinny. Oh dear, Breezy's been holding all round long. I don't think he realized that Vinny was tucked in on the left, but he will get the kill with the Krieg, keeping EG in the lead 5-on-4. FURIA look to take the A site now with the remainder of their team. Of course, this is a pretty obvious one at this point. It's Vertigo. They're going A. Oh, shock and awe. 30 seconds for the plant to come through. Stan has the Molotov and the grenade to throw on the plant spot to deny that going down. Art, he does see Ethan above the smoke. The molly is down, but the plant's still coming through. It's actually missed for Stan, so that gives a bit of a safety, a sanctuary for Keserato inside of the site, but they know he hasn't departed his position, so a re-molly and a nade to follow. He is going to get chipped away at that molly. Yet to spread, surely. What? Surely it will spread. There it is. He's burning like a crisp, and he's going to be taken out of the round. Stan finding a kill as well. It's Art and Henny holding onto this bomb, and they've got to do everything.
Oh, Art baits a shot out. Henny takes one down in the meantime. Art in with another, and now it's only Cirque left. His only option is to run for the hills. A 10th round on the board for FURIA. There is still an investment on the cards for EG. They can look to bring weapons into this round, but not for much longer. And this is how FURIA get back into this game. It is going to feel like a bit of a grind until you eventually break this money down. Cirque, thanks to holding onto that AWP, can drop weapons over into this round. Likely going to be that M4. Maybe like drops over an SMG. I think it was Ethan who was also a bit limited on money. But you've got at least, you know, 4 good rifles into this round. The AWP grouped into that. And yeah, Ethan's on a FAMAS, which is pretty, but, you know, best they can manage in this situation. Beggars cannot be choosers, as they say. And with this investment coming in, as we were saying, if FURIA get this round, they'll put 11 on the board, and the grind momentarily stops. Suddenly, you're only up against pistols in the next. And so at that point, you can go 12-14. You are hot on the heels of EG. But it all hinges on this one round, and not letting these rifles tear you apart. And already, Cirque has laid down the pain. And amongst all of this, though, a man has snuck up short side. They didn't know Art was there, but Cirque goes back in for more.
Wow.
And he's read it well. Continues to put up numbers here for EG. Deep smoke throwing in. Yuri's ahead of it. Ethan, though, wasn't looking for a peek. He was just looking to upgrade onto the Krieg. And so FURIA, 3-on-5 to keep the dream alive here on Vertigo. It's coming down to what feels like a B-side play. I say that. But yeah, okay. Yuri trying to sell this fake. Keserato here with the bomb. They're very split up. Yeah. Keserato is all alone in what is essentially a 1v3 right now. His teammates still lurking on in through the ramp. Keserato's done a good job of not going down just yet. It's at least allowed... well... Yuri now, 1-on-5.
Yeah, I mean, you had to take a fight.
Yeah, no, he did.
Like,
he did. And that's the thing. Like, he does well to wait for Yuri to get there, but it doesn't play into the round in really any way, shape, or form. Like, there's not really a world in which FURIA win that unless they hit some blistering shots.
Impact player is Cirque, and he really does play into the round, right? FURIA throw that spawn smoke that you'll see them throw in T-spawn that lands on short side. It goes above the building. And so, you know, that doesn't deny Cirque going for that early ramp peak on short side. That's what he wanted. So instead, he goes through the smoke, full-on glaive tier, and orbs the bottom of the ramp, taking down Henny, and then following up onto Art, who, like you said, Harry, had no idea he was there. No way for EG to know that Art pushed up, but Cirque read it well, and Art's going to go for it again. It is a bit of a tendency of this man to take early aggression on the A side of things. He is looking through that gap. Of course, spamming through this metal is not as good as you think. Does almost no damage. He's got the read on the spray, but Ethan has the headshot through the smoke. Wow. 90 damage with the AK, but 1 bullet from the Krieg. Sometimes it's all you need.
Sometimes. This is looking well in EG's pocket thus far. Only 4 frags separate them to pick up this first map and turning us over to Vertigo. We are not there just yet. Furia have something to say about that. Utility usage over here towards this A site. Looks like that's where they want to press.
Yeah, just standard execute smokes coming in. Bomb taking its time to rejoin as it holds the bottom of the ramp side. Henny looking at the flank, but they will finally be committing to this one. Advantage for EG, but of course low HP on Ethan means he is certainly on the chopping block, playing safe inside of the elevator position. With a re-smoke down, the bomb can get planted. There's no grenades for EG to damage that this time. They've got to just take the retake in its stride. Now Furia, they've won this round in disadvantage before. We've not seen them be able to even get on A in many of the previous rounds. So now it's a final test, final challenge for EG to try and close out this map.
They've got to get past Vinny, and the flashes are good to get them there. Yuri trying to keep Furia in it, but he's shut down. K-Serato followed up on 2, and Breezy solidifies it at the very, very end.
Wow.
EG get the defuse off, and they lock in Furia's map pick of Vertigo as their own. They go 1-0 up in this semi-final. And now, moving into Inferno, the map pick of EG. Things are looking good for the NA squad here, trying to rebound, trying to get revenge against Team Liquid in that grand final. They've got their eyes on the prize. Can Furia haul it back, or is this all said and done? Join us after a quick break to find